Today, I have with me a leader, an environmentalist, and a sustainability advocate. I have with me Mr. Pradip Burman, who is the chairman of Mobius Foundation, an organization which was founded with the sole objective of environment conservation. I also have with me Dr. Boojh, who is the advisor of Mobius Foundation and again brings along more than 3 decades of his experience working in the environment, sustainability and education sector. So welcome Mr. Burman and welcome Dr. Boojh. We'll be keen to know how your journey started, how it got inclined towards the environment sector.
Thank you. Well, I can start with my college days in the United States when I first read the book Silent Spring. That was about the pesticides, specifically DDT, which lay around for 100 years and caused a lot of disturbance as far as the environment was concerned. It didn't go away, it didn't disappear. So that was my first introduction to what chemicals and pesticides could do to damage the environment. The second most important thing was by a documentary which was by Al Gore, which was titled An Inconvenient Truth. That inconvenient truth brought science into the whole picture, and he was the first to bring science to show that climate change was going on and what was causing the climate change and what would be the effect of climate change in the future. So all these things were encompassed in a scientific manner to show that how carbon dioxide, increasing the carbon dioxide led to global warming, which led to climate change and which was going to destroy the way that we live, and we'd have to do something about it. When I came back here, then after a long time, when I retired from all the rest of the activities, I thought I would form an entity, what is called now an NGO, to dedicate itself completely to environmental issues, sustainability issues, and do something about them. These are some of the things for founding the Mobius Foundation to do exclusively sustainability issues. Of the two, what you call the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, which were set up in Paris, I couldn't concentrate on all of them, so I decided to concentrate on 2 of them. One was education and the other was population.
I have seen many initiatives of Mobius, and one such initiative is International Conference on Sustainability Education. So we've been fortunate to be a part of it last year, and the upcoming one is on 19th of September. So we'll be really keen to know that how this idea of creating this project ICSC shaped up, how it was conceptualized, and what is the vision behind it, and what is the way forward when it comes to ICSC?
I think to start off, we decided that we have to get people together, and we have to get people from all over the world together to be able to have a discussion and exchange of ideas of what we should do about education and about sustainability education, which was the most important thing as far as sustainability is concerned. We have to educate the young people. We have to green the students so that the future generation would be able to take sustainability as their own future and do something about it. So that was the idea of the conference. Dr. Boojh started the conference. Maybe he could tell you a little bit more about the whole thing. Dr.
Yeah,
Boojh?
I think as Mr. Burman rightly said, the genesis of this international conference was to provide a very useful platform for world leaders in sustainability, education particularly. Education has to be in the forefront. We thought because sustainable development as such was being debated right from the publication of Silent Spring till the climate ambassador Al Gore published this documentary, Inconvenient Truth. Many things happened in between. UN started with the Stockholm Conference, first conference on environment. Rather, it was termed as UN Conference on Human Environment. And environment education was one of the principles which was agreed upon during this conference. But it was at the last. Education has to come within these discourses at the end. So was the sustainable development. Came the Sustainable Development Goals in 2015. As Mr. Burman was telling, we cannot cover all the 17 goals and 169 targets. With his vision, we thought, let us focus on education, which is goal 4, and that too sustainability education or education for sustainable development, goal 4.7, the 7th target. So that was very specific, and we thought to bring sustainability as a core concept in every aspect of education, whether it's a primary education, which is higher education, professional education, policy making, the civil society, everybody should come together. So it's a sustainability education conceptually, we thought in a very broader sense.
So now, sir, as you spoke about sustainability education, so how is it different from a traditional education system we have?
Traditional education system, not only in India but globally, it was more kind of disciplined, classroom oriented, indoor education, and theoretical to a great extent. And environment education, and then which led to the sustainability education, it started with outdoor education. What is happening around you? It's not only confined to knowledge, confined to textbooks or teaching learning, which happens what we used to call chalk and talk method, rather than experiential learning. As Mr. Burman was rightly telling, that his vision was to create a platform where these kind of the practical things are discussed, debated, strategies formulated, partnerships developed, networks developed, and these are taken into the education system. We this organized ICSC in 2020, focusing on a debate on education policy itself, and its architect, the Secretary Education, Amit Khare, he was with us. Of course, it was a virtual, but definitely we deliberated upon this, and we are happy that many of these aspects are finding now place in our education system.
I would like to add over here, another thing what we did was actually encourage youth leaders. So besides training teachers, we had to encourage youth leaders and train them on sustainability so that they would be the future ambassadors for sustainability.